This video is sponsored by AppMaker. AppMaker is a WordPress plugin that converts WooCommerce websites to mobile apps. The mobile app builder helps you create native Android and iOS applications. Get 30% off by being first 200 sign up. Get the link in the description.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Educate WordPress, where we talk everything about WordPress. And today, we're going to learn all the elements there are in the Elementor and the 3 levels of editing. This video is the continuation of Elementor tutorial series. If you haven't watched the previous video, in which I have explained the important part of learning web design in WordPress, which is margins, paddings, sections, columns, and inner sections, and explained them thoroughly, I do recommend you to watch that video in order to better understand the underlying concepts. The link to the video will be given in the description. Enough talk, let's head over to Elementor and start learning.
Now we're here in Elementor. Now let me give you a quick overview of what and where are things in Elementor. This is settings, where you can change the title and the status of your page. You can hide the title on your page, and you can change the page layout to Elementor full width, which is going to show the header and footer, or Elementor canvas, which is going to hide everything. This is navigator. Navigator basically tells you what elements have been added to the page. Like for example, if I add a section with 2 columns, it's going to give me a section, and as you can see, and there are 2 columns. You can also right click here and go to navigator from here. This is history. Basically tells you what you've done throughout your edit, and there are also revisions. This is responsive mode. If you want to develop responsive websites, you're going to need responsive mode. This is desktop view, this is tablet view, and this is mobile view. And this is preview changes. It's basically going to open a site on a new tab to see the changes that you've made. And you all know update button. Now to go to elements, you need to click here. And here are all the elements. In here you can change site settings, you can add global colors or global fonts, typography, images, buttons, site identity, and other things. You can also change user preferences from here. You can toggle the theme to light. And now let's head over to some elements. This is inner section. It's going to add an inner section with 2 columns in it. These are the 3 levels of editing. This is text heading. You can change the text from here or from clicking here directly. This is image. You can choose the image from your system or from the media gallery and click on insert. You can change the image resolution from here, alignment, and change the image size by toggling the width. This is text editor. Basically adds a paragraph. This is used to add some content to your website. You can also add a video. From YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, or self-hosted website. You can change the start time from here. can add autoplay, mute, loop, and play on mobile. You can disable the player controls. You can add lazy load as well, and also add image overlay. This is button. Change the button to, let's say, info, success, warning, or danger type, and the text is from here. If you want the button to lead to a certain web page, you will add the link here. Let's say I want to lead it to google.com. You can type out the link here, change the alignment, and you can even add an icon from the icon library. And change the size. You can change the icon position as well, and icon spacing. The next is divider. Adds a line to your website. So this is a plain line. You can change it to double line, dashed line, and many more options. And you can change the width from here. And this is spacer. This will add space, and you can change the space from here. This is Google Maps. It's going to add Google Maps, and if you want to add an icon, you can do that from here. You can also add WP forms. This is a contact form. The next is image box. So as you can see, this is an image box. Image box and icon box are basically similar elements. The difference is the image is replaced by an icon. It's very handy while creating certain card components in your website. This is star rating. You can change the rating from here, and you can add your own font and icon. This is image carousel, and you can add the images from your gallery. This is basic gallery. As you can see, this is list. You can change the icon by clicking here and going to icon library, or if you have an SVG, you can upload that as well, and you can change the name to here. As you can see, this is the counter. Basically adds animation of counting up. This is the progress bar, and you can change the inner text. The next is, these are all content sections. So basically tabs will add tabs. This is tab 1. If we switch over to tab 2, this is something different. As you can see, tab 1, this is containing paragraph, and tab 2 containing this. Accordion and toggle are somewhat similar. All content section. This is accordion 2 and this is accordion 1. And this is toggle, very much similar to accordion. The difference is you can display both of the toggle at the same time, but you cannot reveal both of the accordions at the same time. And these are social icons. You can add more social icons by clicking on add item, icon library, search for the social media icon. As you can see, the Instagram icon has been added. And this is alert, SoundCloud. You might have heard of SoundCloud. As you can see, this is SoundCloud. This is shortcode and HTML, and sidebar also. As you can see, the sidebar that appears in post has appeared. And this is text path. This is basically animated heading. As you can see, you can even add read more section. Now these are all the elements that are available in Elementor. Now that's it for this video. Thank you for just joking. Now the best way to learn Elementor is to create a website. So in this video we're going to create a landing page for digital marketing. So let's get started.
So let's start building our first website. We're going to make a single page website. So whenever I'm making a single page website, I think it's unnecessary to add separate header builder plugins. So I'd like to create one in here with Elementor itself. I'm going to add two sections. One will be for my site header. My site header will be basic text, but if you have an icon or an image, you should add image and drag it over here. I'm going to change the style from here, but let's change the size as small. We can change the style from here. The text color, I'm going to leave it as it is. Typography, however, will be this, and let's change the size a bit, and the font weight will be 700. I'm going to change the word spacing a bit and letter spacing as well. Now this will be the header title. Let's add the navigation menu. I'm going to shift this from here so that we get more room to add the navigation menu. I'm going to change it to small. I'm going to add the course link, but I don't think that's necessary because we're creating a single page website. And what I'm going to do is click on this book, right click, copy this, click on this book again and paste it using Ctrl V or Command V. This will be pricing. Plans. And contact. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to add a login button here instead of the text. So I'm going to open the navigator, click on the last column and delete this heading. So now I'm going to add a button that says login. Let's change the style a bit. So the text color will be black again. Background type will be color and the color will be this. Looks better. Now let's add some margin top and alignment to these nav menu bar. Like I explained in the previous video, click on here, go to advanced. We're going to add a margin top of, let's say, 10 pixels. We're going to add it to each of them. And let's add a bit of margin to this as well. This looks much better. Let's add some margin top to the top portion as well. And this looks much better. Now let's add another section that contains 2 columns. I'm going to add a inner section here. This is going to say new. The size will be small. I'm going to change the background. First the text color and background color will be blue. Let's add some border radius as well. and I'm going to add another text section that says I'm going to add some margin top. So why am I clicking this button again and again? This is going to unlink the values. So by default, all your top, right, bottom and left margins are linked. So if I type 20 in top, it's going to make 20 on all the sides. So we need to click on unlink so we can add separate margins. This looks much better, and let's add some background to the inner section as well. Now I'm going to add some border radius. Now this looks better. Let's add some spacing to the top. So I'm going to add a spacer. Let's add the bigger content, which is the bigger heading. Now I'm going to add some text section. And I'm going to add two buttons. For that, I'm going to add inner section so that I can control some margins and paddings of the separate buttons. Button 1, align center. Button 2, the alignment will be center. For this button, I'm going to add background color will be blue, and the text color will be white. Hover color will be a bit of lighter blue. Looks better. I'm going to add the text color to black here. Now let's add an image here. We're going to choose the image and upload it. And then click on insert media. I'm going to change this image to go all the way down. First of all, I'll have to add the section height. I'm going to add it to minimum height and change the height from here. This looks good. Now let's edit the image. I have to go to advanced, transform. Since the image is at maximum resolution, I cannot make it any bigger, but transform property, let's just do that. And add some offset here. Now this looks good. Let's add another section. This time it will be a section with 4 columns. I'm going to add countdown in here. Let's head over to elements, and this will be counter. Since I'm going to depict active members, this will be 200. And the title will be active members. I'm going to add the same to all of the sections, and this one goes here. Now I'm going to change the title color. The text color will be white. Also the title color, I'm going to do the same here. Now I change the color to white because I'm going to change the background color of the section. And this looks good. So now I'm going to add another section with a single column and add a heading. Let's grab a heading and paste it over here. Let's add some spacing. Next, I'm going to add a text editor. Let's add some padding right and now we're going to create some cards. So let's start creating our cards. For that, I'm going to add inner section, and I'm going to double the number of columns. Just click on this icon, Control here Command V, and I have 4 columns. Now I'm going to add the content of the card. Now let's add an image box in here. That will be very handy. Let's upload an image. The heading will be Find Courses. And I'm going to leave the text as it is. Let's add some padding. Looks better. Let's add some background. And border radius of about 20 pixels. Now the problem is that I have to manually create all other card sections. So to avoid that, we'll click on copy, click on this icon again and paste it, and delete the other 3. As you can see, my cards are prepared. Let's change the images. Now I'm going to change the content, just the header. Now this looks better. Now if you want to add video as a background, you can do that. Just click on this icon to go to edit section, go to style, background type will be video, and change the link to whichever video you want to place there. I'm going to change the text color. As you can see, the background video is working. Now I do hope you get the idea of how Elementor works. It's the easiest way to build a website. Now let's create more sections. I'm sure at this point you can start creating and experiment your own. So let me speed up my things so that you can see the completed website. But first, let me show you how you can add animations. So we're going to add animation to our header. We're going to click on Advanced, go to Motion Effects, and you can choose the animation of your choosing. I'm going to go with Fade in Down, and similarly I can add animation. This is Motion Effects. Now just keep one thing in mind, don't add too many animations. Too many animation is not also a good thing for a website. So now let me complete the entire website. If you still want to follow along, go ahead, I will do that, and I'll see you when the website is completed. Now as you can see, our website has been completed and it looks amazing. So we have created a website from scratch using just Elementor, the free version. Now I hope you understand what we've learned today. We've added so many things to our website. We've added cards, we've added image box, images, text, headings, sections, margins, paddings, inner section, and so many other things. Now we're going to experiment a bit more. In the later videos, we're going to create more websites. Now that's all for today's video, and congratulations on completing the Elementor course. I hope this video snaps all your misconceptions out of existence just like that and brings you one step closer to building your dream website. Thank you for watching this video. Like if you find this video useful and subscribe. Thank you.